What's up, family? In the past few days, two tragedies have unfolded in California's Asian community. Both have gone grossly underreported. But I am going to do my job as an American to shine light on this situation until your eyes hurt. That's right, fam. There will be no sweeping this story under the rug on my watch. Family, what's the big deal? Okay, the biggest deal is the elephant in the room. That elephant in the room is being that both of these tragedies were committed by Asian men. Not exactly who the public had in mind. You know what we thought it was going to be. We thought it was going to be one of these unhinged white dudes, or perhaps even a black guy, right? Come on, fam. You know that's what we thought. That's what we thought. And that's what the media thought. The media was quick to cover the story until they found out, wait a minute. They're Asian. Okay, move around, people. Nothing to see here. But on the contrary, let me break it down. What was supposed to be a joyous Lunar New Year celebration ended in devastation after a 72-year-old man shot and killed 11 people in the Monterey Park dance studio. 2 days later, 7 people were killed in a shooting at Half Moon Bay. Now, fam, at this point, we all know not to be shocked by gun violence in America. Americans love their guns. I'm one of them. But not for reasons that you might think. I just got to have it, fam, because they got them. You dig what I'm saying? Anyway, fam, moving on. The fact that an Asian committed the crime in both situations does not negate anti-Asian rhetoric. It's a problem. It is a problem, just like anti-black rhetoric. See, a lot of times, fam, in life, until the shoe is on the other foot, you can't really see the forest from the trees. You cannot relate. You have no empathy. You see where I'm going with this? When black people are murdered, oftentimes by those outside of our race, white people specifically, people tend to act like it's not a big deal because black people kill black people. So they figure that because black people kill black people, that negates Black Lives Matter. Well, now you got Asian people, in 2 cases, mass murders, who killed Asian people. And now there are people who are saying, well, Asian lives can't matter that much. What's with this Stop Asian Hate thing when Asians are killing each other? So, can't be that big of a deal. They're killing each other also. What's funny is that, well, I won't say funny, but what is interesting is the fact that white people have been killing each other for centuries. And they've managed to allow everyone to be a suspect on their own merit. If a white person does something bad, egregious, evil, wicked, they're quick to call it an isolated case. Oh, it was a lone wolf. They're quick to try to calm the public down and divert their attention to say, yo, isolated incident, mental health, it was his parents, real quick, isolated, speak on it real quick so we can get all the ratings and then don't talk about it anymore. That was that one white guy, because they want to remind you, we'll put it like this, they don't want to remind you or alert you of the stereotypes about, the negative stereotypes about white people. They want to make sure that you don't get it in your head that white people are dangerous and white people kill each other. Every day, all day. They don't want you to be reminded of, they don't want you to be reminded that white people be killing other people also. White people kill, but it's just, these isolated incidents over here. I know they happen every day, but every single incident is isolated. And that person, whatever that person did, he did on his own. She did on her own. And that person is to be judged by their own merit, their own actions. But when black people do something, a black person does something, they're supposed to represent everybody. Or a small group of black people do something, they're supposed to represent the totality. So our worst is held up as an example of who we are as a people. Their best is held up as an example of who they are as a people. See how that works? It's the propaganda, it's the media, fam, in cahoots with the government. They've always been in cahoots. I don't trust them. I don't trust them as far as I can throw them, fam. The media, mainstream media in particular, they are very wicked and calculating. They're not talking about this story the way they should, because it does not fit the narrative. It does not fit the anti-Asian hate narrative. But don't you worry about it, fam. I'll make sure that I remind them every single time that something like this happens, that it is not exclusive to one group. No more talk.